being here. I did. I see searchlights represented. We have some people who represent this area. Tick Sagerblum is here, Assemblyman. Chris G. is here, our Commissioner. Senator David Parks. State Chair Sam Lieberman. Sam. First of all, I want to thank the students, teachers, administration, org. They've done a good job, haven't they? And especially the principal, George Levins. Landra and I are products of the Clark County school system, and we're glad we are. All 5 of my children have gone to public schools in Clark County. And right now, 11 of my grandchildren are going to public schools in the state of Nevada. Pretty good, huh? I appreciate every day the good work of teachers and administrators in this great Clark County school system. I know how smart the kids are and how we have to move them along, and we're trying to do that. I know I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that teachers, administrators, support personnel, and all the students have everything we can do to make them the best possible teachers, administrators, and students there is. But that starts with this. It starts with this. No one, I repeat, no one is going to threaten to take away the Department of Education. You see, the Department of Education is so important to fund schools just like OR. It's so important, the Department of Education, because it helps kids from OR be able to afford to go to college. And also, listen to this, everybody. You've heard it. There's been some talk this week about my opponent talking about what this person or that person looks like. Well, I don't know what it's all about, but I know each of you look like a Nevadan to me. Nevadans are fighting a tough fight. But we never give up, do we, Nevadans? And let me tell you, we're going to bounce back stronger than ever. There are 3 important issues on my mind and on your mind. Jobs, jobs, and more jobs. The single most important part of my job is to create jobs. We've got a long ways to go, but let me give you some good news. Just a few hours ago, we announced a huge highway construction project. It's going to create tens of thousands of jobs. And what it will do is ease traffic congestion in the middle of Las Vegas. But you know, there's more good news. Just last week, I was present when we had the mayor of a city from China, the president of a company from China, bringing 1,000 jobs to Nevada. They've already leased the property. They've already signed the agreement with the steel workers, and they're going to build LED lights and windmills. And what's interesting, it's just the opposite of my opponent's jobs program, which is to ship jobs overseas. But that's not all. Last week, the Secretary of Transportation was here, Ray LaHood, to announce that we're going to have a train between Southern Nevada and Southern California. And it's going to create 35,000 jobs. I don't know about you, but that train can't arrive soon enough, can it? Renewable energy jobs. Those jobs that my opponent mocks and calls designer jobs, thousands of them are in progress right now. Sun, wind, geothermal, all over the state of Nevada. And the real good news is this week we were able to announce the joint venture between LS Power and NV Energy to create a power line from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. The first time in the state of Nevada that this has been able to happen, and it will allow Nevada to be energy independent within 3 years, and then after 3 years, we'll be able to sell that power to energy-hungry California, which has law in their books that by 2020 they have to get 1/3 of their energy from renewable sources, and it'll come from Nevada. Well, we also announced yesterday that a significant number of schools and churches in Nevada will be supplied with solar energy. And we started yesterday. You see, these just aren't promises of progress. These are real jobs. So, you know, there's a real clear choice in this election. Jobs. Sharon Angle, you know, she's the one, you know, that, well, let's see. She's running against me. I have to say it was really hard to say the name, but I did it. She's someone who says it's not her job to create jobs. But also she's someone who calls the unemployed spoiled. These are her words. I didn't make them up. They're not my words. She's also the same person who says that Social Security recipients are on welfare. Again, these are her words, not mine. She's also someone whose foreign policy strategy consists of taking your job and shipping it overseas. Her message is this: when the going gets tough, the American middle class, the Nevada middle class, is on their own. You've heard some of her ideas, like phasing out Social Security and Medicare. Those are her words, not mine. She wants to give big banks, big oil companies, and big insurance companies some more leeway. They are not regulated enough, she says. Well, let's see. No, in fact, she said they're too regulated. Can you imagine saying oil companies, insurance companies, and banks are too regulated? That the cause of the BP oil spill was too much regulation? Wall Street collapse was because of too much regulation? I believe it was greed, don't you think? And she wants to help millionaires and ignore the middle class. Do her ideas sound a little bit familiar? They should. They're the exact same ideas that got us into this mess in the first place. And the rest of her ideas are even worse. They're extreme, they're dangerous, and Nevada can't afford them, like privatizing the Veterans Administration, doing away with the Department of Energy, doing away with the Department of Education, doing away with the EPA. And she doesn't believe insurance companies should be required to give mammograms, to pay for mammograms. or colonoscopies, or cover autism. You've heard what she wants. She wants to take the country back. But the problem is, and she won't tell you this, what she really means is she wants to take the country not back, but backwards. That's why those who know my opponent best are running away from her. For example, her hometown newspaper, who endorsed me. Or her hometown mayor, Bob Cashel, a Republican who endorsed me. Or her hometown senator, Bill Raggio, a Republican, of course, like Bob Cashel, who endorsed me. It's not, though, just the big names. Here's a postcard I got this week from an everyday Nevadan. Here's what she said. If Sharon Angle is elected, we'll be walking backward into the future. This is from a woman named Camille Kiger. I repeat, if Sharon Angle is elected, we'll be walking backward into the future. Well, I'm not interested in taking our country back to the same bad ideas that crashed our economy, our housing, our job markets. I'm not going to give them back the shovels they used to dig this ditch, this big hole they put us in. We don't want to take the country back. We want to take the country forward. We're moving forward, not fast enough, but we're not going to give up. We're going to continue to walk forward, and we're going to stop anyone and everyone who stands in our way. I can't do it alone. I need your help. Something special happened in this state and in our country 2 years ago. President Obama asked us to reach for something bigger than ourselves. He reminded us that we're all in this together, Democrats, Republicans, and independents. But his job didn't end with that historic campaign, and our job as citizens didn't end with the election. This time, once again, the choice is clear. But that choice doesn't matter unless we make that choice. You don't get back on your feet unless you stand up. So today, I have 3 simple requests for you. First, go vote. Don't wait until Election Day. The Boulevard Mall is open till 9 o'clock, and it's right here. Vote tonight. Second, tell your friends and family to vote. Pass out flyers, knock on doors, help somebody get to the polls. And finally, and third, I want everyone here to give a good, big Nevada welcome to someone who visited our state 22 times during the run for the presidency. 22